Hello again, Year 4, home learning again. I'm going to go through Thursday's lessons now. So we're starting with maths and it's still continuing with the theme of addition and subtraction, but we're now looking at inverse operations and in particular addition and subtraction as inverse operations. And that basically means they're just the opposite of each other. So we're going to think about how we can use that to check answers. We have looked at inverse in the past, so you might remember some of that. But we're going to look at how you can check answers using that. So I've got two calculations here. So for example, I've got 427 take away 4 equals 423. Now I can check the answer to that by going with using the inverse now. So 423 add 4, and that should equal 427. So if I add those together, it does. So it equals 427. So that means that through checking that, my answer was correct, so I could give it a little tick that I've checked it for using the inverse operation. Now the next one, I've got 498 take away 9 equals 484. So if I did 484 add 9, I should get 498. But when I add those together, 484 add 9, I'm getting 493 instead, which is not what I should be getting. So that means that that original answer is wrong. So through using that inverse operation, I've checked that answer and realised it's wrong. So we can use that to check it. So then I could calculate it again. So 498 take away 9, and this time I think it's 489. So then I can check it again. So I can go with 489 add 9, and that should equal the 498, which it does. So that means I've got it correct this time, and I can give that a little tick. So it's a method of checking answers to double check what we put and whether we think that's right. We also use estimation as part of that as well. There is a worksheet embedded onto the home learning timetable which you can use for that. Then in English, you're moving on to writing your information text about Wales. Now, the main focus of it in this lesson is going to be the actual information side of it, so the headings, subheadings, and writing up that information properly using the correct grammar and language features of an information text. So we need you to be thinking about using factual information. You're not looking at using lots of writing such as adjectives that you don't need. It needs to be to the point, it needs to be factual, and it needs to use that technical language. Now things such as the glossary and contents page, you can do them in Thursday's lesson, but they're not essential because when we redraft it on Friday's lesson, you can put those in then, so it's your choice really. There is a template embedded onto the timetable which you can use, but you don't have to use that either. It's just to put in the key information that you needed, and you can use those afterwards. So just making sure you get that information side of it down first, please. Then on the afternoons, we're moving on to history. I've embedded a document which tells you all about the Battle of Hastings. So using that document, you're going to create a newspaper report written as if it was written the day after the Battle of Hastings. Now, with the permission of an adult, you might want to do a little bit of background research first about a little bit into the people who were involved in the Battle of Hastings, who they were. So were they Anglo-Saxons? Were there any relations for the people from Normandy who were invading Britain? So you need to have a little look at that, and you might also want to look at the Bayeux Tapestry as part of that. But obviously any research you do, you need to talk to your adults and check with them first. So use the information that's on there to create your own newspaper article, please. And I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.